Okay, so it is night one of my Bleeding with Halloween special, and I already said in my countdown video that I already came up with a show I wanted to review, but I decided to push that back another night because I found another show that I wanted to review because it is considered the granddaddy of all Halloween specials, and that is what I'm doing tonight by reviewing It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I have my notes out for this because I need to keep my train of thought, and I'm gonna go down it and explain what I thought about everything that happened in the special. First of all, the first thing I discovered when we watching this special is that the Peanuts gang are a bunch of dicks. Like, that's just what they are, and it's like really it gets annoying sometimes because it kind of bogs down the special with how much they can bully other people, and not just the kids who are kind of the outcasts but also themselves. Like, Charlie Brown's kind of in the group, at least this time around, he's kind of in the group of the people who bully the other kids. So, like, they bully themselves, and it just gets annoying after a while. Like, let's just have a good Halloween special. Like, and if you have to have the bullying in there because it's essential to the plot, can we maybe have a strong, good message to make it all worth it? Okay, moving on from that. Number one, I thought it was funny and it got me thinking because Lucy, she talks about how you need to find a costume that contradicts your personality, and then she puts on the witch mask. And it's kind of funny because, this is the author using situational irony, I believe. And it's like, yeah, see, she put on the witch mask, and it's funny because she thinks she's contradicting her personality when really she actually is a witch. But I beg to differ because, from my experience, witches are much, 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 much nicer than Lucy is, and it actually freaks me out to think what grown-up Lucy becomes. Number two, let's get this out of the way. The Snoopy stuff with the World War One Flying Ace segment, it's just boring and it seems filler to me. Like, it doesn't really serve a purpose, and I'm just watching the segment, I'm just like, can we just do something? Okay, and then eventually I just skip the segment because, like, I don't want to watch it anymore. I want to get back to the kids and the festivities and not watch this really annoying, boring segment. The other thing is that Snoopy, you seem like a smart dog. Like, you have enough reason to actually put a costume on Halloween. So why don't you have enough reason to go trick-or-treating with your master and his friends and actually get dog treats? Like, I'm sure they'd be more than willing to. Plus, look at your master. He's getting walks. Every adult, which this is also a dick move to begin with, every adult in the neighborhood gives your own master a walk. Imagine what they would give you. They would probably give you a stick. A stick. By the end of the night, you would be the George Bailey at the end of It's a Wonderful Life in terms of how many sticks you have. Like, come on. Like, get out there and trick or treat. Or stick or treat, whichever. Just get out there, use your highly impressive reasoning for a dog, and go get that stick, boy. Okay, number three. Lucy, why won't you ask for another piece of candy for Charlie Brown? Like, I know, like, you like tormenting him, but at the same time, it's obvious you like tormenting your brother at times. And here's Charlie Brown, a guy who you torment yet you still consider a friend because you still let him go trick-or-treating with you, and you won't get past your embarrassment to ask for another treat for Charlie Brown, the poor kid who keeps getting thrown rocks his way, yet you are willing to ask for another treat for your brother. And you can't really bring the family aspect into it because you still like tormenting your brother. So why not do this same thing for your friend as your brother and get him another treat? That way Charlie Brown doesn't wake up tomorrow and feel like he's the scum of the earth even though he didn't do anything wrong. Let's see, what else? Yeah, okay. Charlie Brown's sister, I can't remember her name, but why would she not go trick-or-treating with the group? I mean, I know she loves Linus, it's obvious on that, but she, like, beforehand, she is talking and asking questions like this is her first time going trick-or-treating, and then she doesn't go with the group. And then at the end, she's yelling at Linus. She's like, trick-or-treat only comes once a year, and I missed it. And it's like, well, that's your fault. Like, especially since you knew this was your first opportunity to go trick-or-treating, which I don't know how. Did your parents ever take you when you were, like, a baby? But still, like, it's your first time going trick-or-treating, and yet you decided to skip it and just wait in the pumpkin patch with Linus. And it's like, why not go trick-or-treating for like an hour or so and then come back and wait with Linus? And if the Great Pumpkin does turn out to be real, hey, you either get there in time to see the Great Pumpkin come out of the pumpkin patch to deliver the presents and the candy to all the good little kids, or you get there after the fact and you see the love of your life so happy and in tears of joy falling down his face because he finally had one of his dreams fulfilled after so many people mocked him. Like, you were being stupid. I know you're a kid, but you were still being stupid, especially knowing the situation you were in. And I don't feel sympathy for you whatsoever. Oh, this one I got kind of got a chuckle out of me. Because Lucy, who was leading the group, she said, come on, let's get going. It's time for the Halloween party. And then all the kids cheer and they take off running towards Lucy's house. I think it was Lucy's house. And then the very next scene, we cut to Lucy and all the other kids going back to the pumpkin patch and mocking Linus some more. And it's like, hello, you kids are elementary school kids without a doubt. Your parents eventually are going to turn off the party or bring the party to an end and say, hey guys, sorry, but it's a school night. Or hey kids, sorry, you gotta get your sleep. Time to go to bed, so party over. So here you guys are mocking the kids some more about not believing in the same thing you do and wasting valuable Halloween time that only comes around once a year. Like, stop being stupid and just enjoy the holiday. Halloween's once a year. You can torment this kid, whether it's right or not, any other day of the year. So celebrate Halloween tonight, pick on the kid tomorrow. I'm just saying. Okay, and when they get to the Halloween party, why do they get out of their costumes? Like, seriously, if you watch the special, they are like, let's go to the Halloween party, torment kid. Then they get out of their costumes the moment they get to the Halloween party. And it's like, why? It's a Halloween party, and it's obviously a costume party because you all were wearing costumes earlier, and you're wearing even worse costumes now. Why didn't you just stay in the costumes? And I know maybe some of the kids were tired, or it was itching, or it was getting hot, but all the kids got out of their costumes at the same time? Why? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, this is my favorite part of the special. It's not a gripe. I have nothing bad to say about this. I just found it so hilarious. And it's like, I don't know who it was, so I'm just calling her random girl. But when Lucy made the suggestion to play bobbing for apples, there was this one girl who yelled, yeah, Lucy, you should be good at bobbing for apples. You have the perfect mouth for it. You should be good at bobbing for apples. You have the perfect mouth for it. Come on. Every adult who watches this review, tell me you got that. Tell me. I got that immediately. Maybe I just have a dirty mind, but I got that immediately and I just lost myself at that line. It's my favorite part of the special. I love it. Like even if I were to be like, no, this special was dumb and just outright cruel, this is the line. This is the moment that would keep me coming back to this special every year, other than just the Halloween factor. Let's see, what else? Okay, Linus, he said a line. He said, I can't see the Great Pumpkin finding a more sincere pumpkin patch than this one. And that got me thinking, because at the end of the special, spoilers, the Great Pumpkin does not show up. And that makes everyone think, including the audience, think, well, maybe he's not real. But then that got me thinking, what if the Great Pumpkin really is real? And he actually just managed to find another pumpkin patch that was more sincere than the one Linus was in. And I know that's hard to believe, because did you see that pumpkin patch? Like, there were no pumpkins picked from it whatsoever. Like, no one desecrated that land throughout the entire months of September, October, and maybe even the last half of August. But still, what if the Great Pumpkin, in all his pumpkin-y wisdom, managed to find a pumpkin patch that was just more sincere? And he's like, I think I'll fly out of this one and send the kids my presents and candy from this one. I'm just saying. Like, I'm headcanoning that, at least for myself. Great Pumpkin is real. He just found a different pumpkin patch. Prove me wrong. And finally, I don't need my notes for this one, but I find the main part of this special a little ironically sad, because all these kids gave Linus such a hard time. They mocked him, laughed at him, told him to give up on his beliefs, and that every time someone talked to him in this special, if it wasn't Charlie Brown's sister, it was basically, the Great Pumpkin is not real, you need to just give up on this. Okay, you're stupid for believing in this. And I find this really poetic and ironically sad, because these are elementary school kids we're dealing with. And they still believe in another very special holiday figure. That's right, I'm talking about the Giving Turkey. And it's sad, because think about it. In 1, 2, maybe 3 more years, they're gonna be coming home from school crying because bullies who are even worse than them tell them there is no Giving Turkey. There's no Giving Turkey. You're stupid for believing in it, and you don't, you are just a waste of life, basically. Like, that's what they would say. And then Lucy and all the other kids, they go home crying to their parents, and then their parents have to crush their dreams and say, son or daughter, or maybe they'll just say their names, I'm sorry, but those bullies are right. The Giving Turkey does not exist. But hey, it's okay, because Santa still exists, so happy holidays. Merry Christmas, guys, and happy Halloween, since this is still in October. Alright, bye everyone.